Hi guys, this is Orville Walcott. I am really proud to be involved with Empower Network. You can find out more about what I do in terms of helping people to make money online. But first of all though, for those of you that are part of my business or tuning into my YouTube channel, which one of the funnels to actually get people to look at the business, which you can click on the link below. I'm doing this training on not really that much to do with making money online, but really the things that hold us back. You see, when it comes to either succeeding online, which I show people how to do, or succeeding offline or in sport or in anything, it's about really conquering two things. Number one are the technical skills you've got to learn, be it if you're in sport or if, for example, if you're watching this, if you want to learn how to make money online in your own business, but also as well as mastering number two, and that is the mindset that you need to succeed. And what I've done, I've called this video teaching here, Prisoner to the Opinions of Others. Prisoner to the opinions of others. What we want to do is actually really take a really honest and quite naked look at the things that hold people back. And the things that hold people back in terms of making money online are the same things that hold people back in sport, in academics, going for the job they want. It's the same thing. Why? It's the one mind we have, which unless we learn how to unlock it, we're just not going to succeed and achieve our full human potential. What I've done, I read a lot, and I'm very proud to be part of Empower Network, which again, you can watch the video below, leave your details and watch more about it. But I'm very passionate about actually helping people to achieve their goals. Most people, if they come and join my business, they'll tell me what their goals are. And in most cases, not all, but in most cases, their goals may be that, but actually they're capable of achieving and do achieve a lot more than that. That's because we limit ourselves. I want to sort of look at that and actually really sort of uncover what is it that holds people back. What I've done is I've put the name of some of my favourite authors or people very successful in this area, which have really helped me to get to where I am today in terms of my thinking, of course, the results which I'm getting in my business and, of course, in other areas of my life as well. The first person is actually Phil Jackson. Now, those of you that watch basketball or play play sports will know who Phil Jackson is. For those who don't know, he was the coach of the Chicago Bulls. So he coached Michael Jordan, the great basketball player. He coached Michael Jordan to all 6 of his championships, and then he went to Los Angeles and coached Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant to their championships as well. I think he's got about 10 or so championship rings. Quite interesting background. He was raised a Christian, became a Buddhist, but his mindset, his philosophy on success and how you can use your mind to overcome past failures is absolutely profound. And if you want to learn more, he's got some amazing books. One of his books is called Sacred Hoops. Very, very good book to get. It's about basketball, but really it's a narrative about how people can overcome past failures and supposed, self-imposed limitations about the environment that they live in as well. Absolutely amazing book. The other authors which I really admire is a guy named Brian Tracy. Now, Brian Tracy is one of the biggest gurus of what's called personal development right now. He's got some amazing stuff on YouTube, and I must confess, I listened to him about a year and a half ago, and for whatever reason, it didn't really resonate with me, but I've been listening to him more and more and more in the past few days. He's absolutely brilliant about this same area I'm going to talk to you now. Another author, if you want to look at what I'm going to talk about today in more detail, 2 others are Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale has this audio on YouTube. It's called The Strangest Secret, Part 1, 2 and 3. That's the Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret, Part 1, 2 and 3. You look at it on YouTube, it has to be, I think, the single best material ever in terms of how to take control of your mind and how we limit ourselves. I've heard nothing else like it. And finally, of course, Napoleon Hill, author of the book Think and Grow Rich. I know a lot of people who are very, very, very successful financially. Most of them have read that book by Napoleon Hill at least 15 or more times. Not all, but most of them. That will tell you a lot about the book. I want to focus, therefore, on really putting together what all these great men have said. Phil Jackson, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Brian Tracy, when it comes to the things that hold us back. The first thing is this. You've got to understand that the way your mind is, some psychologists or psychoanalysts, they call it what's called a Latin word, which is called a tabula rasa, or a blank slate. And the environment that we live in, where we're born, the friends around us, the family around us, they tend to effectively sort of write on to our blank slate what we can achieve. And often than not, they don't do this deliberately. They don't do this unwittingly, but guaranteed the way your mind works. Imagine an iceberg. One psychoanalyst I met said something quite interesting. He said, if you imagine an iceberg, and you imagine maybe just a little bit of the iceberg jutting out above the water, he said, that's your conscious mind. But the majority of the iceberg is what's underneath the water. And he said, that is your subconscious mind. He explained that your conscious mind uses things like reason and logic. But your subconscious mind, this really goes on something completely different. It goes on really two things, emotion and repetition. Now, when it comes to wanting to succeed online, online business, here is a very tough reality. It doesn't matter how good the training is. If you really don't believe you can make it, if you really believe you're going to fail, you will. You will. And here's the reason why. And it's something which is why whenever I'm training people, you know, once there's a guy named Dave Wood. Again, if you click on the link below, you can see more about the video about Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, the CEOs of Empower Network. They explained that once they're doing a training and somebody raised their hand and said, listen, forget all that personal development stuff, just get straight into the meat and potatoes of how to drive lots of traffic to your online business. And he explained to them, if I did just that, just showed you the technical ability how to drive traffic through, be it pay-per-click or through YouTube or through blog or article marketing, etc. If I taught you that, the technical stuff, and you didn't understand this, you will absolutely fail in whatever it is you do. It is that important. I want to talk about, first of all, this. Going back to the analogy of the iceberg. So the iceberg, the little bit you can see above the water, that, this guy said to me, that's your conscious mind. That's sort of stuff you use if you're studying, like memory, like analysis, synthetic reasoning, and evaluation, that sort of thing. But he said, underneath the water of an iceberg is what's called most of the iceberg, 90% of the iceberg. And so that's how your mind is. And that's really focused on things like emotion, repetition. So for example, if you've had things in your life in the past which have said to you, you're a failure, you're a failure, you're a failure, you're not going to make it. Again, if you imagine, to use a Latin term, tabula rasa, or blank slate, if you imagine that written on over and over and over and over and over again, you're a failure, either at school or maybe in business. You tried online businesses before, maybe offline businesses, and it failed over and over and over again. With that written on, when someone then comes to you and says to you, guess what, I've got this business opportunity, what your subconscious mind does straight away, it flips back to this script and starts repeating, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure. These online businesses, they don't work. They're all a scam. Because what it is, and this is so powerful about the subconscious mind, you have allowed other people and experiences to write onto your mind an image of what is true. You see, what I've written down here is the failures that keep people back. There's probably about maybe one or two or three, really. 1, 2 or 3 failures. One is the fear of failure. The fear that if I try this, it's not going to work. And if I was to define confidence, and it's no different to building an online business, building an offline business, if you're a student looking to venture out of your comfort zone, do something big, if you're learning to play any sport, if you're learning to speak in public, I think they said that people's #1 fear, most people, next to fear of death, is actually speaking in public, if you're singing in public, whatever it is you're doing. It said that the fear that if I go out there and give my very, very best, will people laugh at me? What if I go out and want to start an online business or do anything and I give my very best and I fail? Can I live with that? And the answer is yes, you can, because you are stronger than you think. You know, a thing which really makes you stronger is when you read more and mix with people who have already been where you want to go. I mentioned before, if you read my videos, read my blogs and articles, this guy named Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic, he's born, I think he's Australian, he's born with a rare condition, but he has no limbs. He's born with no arms and no legs. Rare condition, no arms and legs. And you'd think maybe he's very, very upset or very negative. Again, if you go onto YouTube and watch him, you'll see he's one of the most positive people you can imagine. He's absolutely full of energy, full of life. And he's written a book called Unstoppable. And what he talks about is running towards your goals in life, even when it appears there's no way you can achieve your goals. And that goes for in business, it goes for in sport, it goes for in life, in whatever it is you want to do. Here's the reason why, and you've got to accept this. You've got to take control of how you see yourself and believe you are capable of achieving more than what you have right now. Be that in your bank account, if you're watching this, if you're a student, whatever it is in life, you are capable of attracting and drawing into your life much, much more than you have right now. Now, you have a choice whether to agree with what I've just said or disagree. It's a choice. You can either say to yourself, you know what, I've just heard that I have the ability to draw into my life more than what I have right now. You can either choose to accept that or think, you know what, that's complete rubbish. That's nonsense. Either way, I guarantee you this, whether you choose to accept it or not, what effectively you're doing is you are laying seeds in your life. You are laying seeds in your life, and you have to reap a harvest based on whether you believe what I've just said or not. If you don't believe that you are capable of attracting more into life than what you have now, here's what will happen. You will never ever truly maximize your potential. And I, for one, do not believe you can ever feel fulfilled. I'm not even talking about anything religious here. I'm just talking to completely real. Be it in business, be it making money online, be it living a fulfilled life. I don't believe you can do that unless you're daily stretching yourself and wanting to expand and go beyond your comfort zone. Let me give you an example about that. Today is in London. I live in London, England, and today is very, very cold. It's raining heavily. There is a train strike, and getting here was absolutely terrible. It was raining, I was freezing cold, and I got home and I thought, you know, it's freezing cold. I'd rather just go to the gym, sit in the sauna and steam and relax. I don't want to make any videos for my business. That's what I felt. But here's what kicked in. The need to do whatever it takes to build my business means I simply can't stay, to go to gym. I've got to do whatever it takes to build a business. That is the mindset that people who succeed have. Why? Here's the key thing. Another thing which holds people back. The belief that past failures or failures in the past mean you're going to fail in the future. The belief that failures in the past mean you're going to fail in the future. If you click on the link below, you're going to see a video of a guy named Dave Sharp. He's one of the founders of Empower Network. I won't spoil it for you, but I want you to watch the video below, click on the link below, leave your email and watch the video. What you're going to see is a story of not just one man. There are many, many people like him who failed before in business. 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Some people lost their houses and they failed in business. And what happens, and I don't say this tritely because, if you've tried in business, tried in anything, and you've, lost, there's a saying we have in England, once bitten, twice shy. It can make you more guarded, more scared about truly going out there. But again, I want to say this too, you've always got a choice. So long as you're breathing, you always have a choice. Even if you lose everything, you always have a choice. You can either choose to lie down and let circumstances beat you down, or make a choice of belief first, which is, I am capable of achieving more than what I have, no matter what my past is. Those kind of people move forward. Again, there are so many people who I have the pleasure of working with as part of the Empower Network business who have failed in business before, and they're not ashamed to say it. And why should they be? It's a badge of honor. Why? Because they kept on going and they appreciate it more. So if you're watching this, and either you've tried business before, maybe you tried online marketing before and you failed, or you made a few hundred, bucks, not that much money at all, or maybe you made a few couple of thousand and you didn't sustain it and they dropped off, or maybe you tried an offline business, maybe your friends or family tell it doesn't work. You've got to make a choice, because I can assure you it does work. I can absolutely assure you it does work. At Empower Network, we have European events and American events, and what they do is they have a way of income disclosure, verifying what people make. And they have people upwards in terms of very, very tiny monthly incomes of 2,000 to 3,000, up to 15, 20, 30,000. And they have everyone on stage, and literally a chance for people to rush the stage with their checks. Now, what I say to you is this. If you're watching this, if you're serious about business, you have the ability to actually make a judgment as to whether you can believe something or not. That's something that you need in life, whatever it is you do. When you watch the video below, hear the testimonies, get a feel for or not whether you can trust this person. So again, we watch the video below, you know, watch Dave Sharp and see the team, what we're about. Get a feel whether or not you feel these testimonies are real. Now, if when you watch them you feel, I don't trust these people, that's your right. Turn the video off, don't watch it anymore. But if you do feel that, when you hear the other testimonies, you've then got a choice to make. Either you can let your past failures hold you back, either you can let your past fears of failures or fears of the unknown get you back. Or you can say, you know what, if it happened for them, I'm going to literally take that leap. You know, one of the biggest fears people have when looking to start an online business is, will I be supported? Will there be training? Will I be supported? Will there be people there to actually hold my hand and show you how to do it? That is exactly what we do. Now, I use the term hold my hand loosely because we'll show you how to do it, but I will say you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. What I look for, part of our team of people who really want to make money online quickly, but also are very teachable and are very hungry and are very clear as to what they want. So just to wrap this up, because I feel so strongly about this, I've circled the word there, prisoners of the opinions of others. Prisoners to the opinions of others. You know, one of my favourite films, well, two of them are The Matrix and also Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. So The Matrix and Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. And in both films, to me, they're very much about people wanting to break free from the self-imposed prisons. If you've seen The Truman Show, at the end of it, it's an amazing film. This boy is born into sort of a world which he thinks is real, but actually it isn't. It's actually been sort of artificial, made up. And there's a scene towards the end he goes to escape from this, when he finds out this world is not real. I won't spoil the ending. To me, it's one of the best endings of any film. But when you watch the whole film to the ending, his need to break free from his restricted world, no matter what the cost, no matter what the cost, was what drove him. And likewise The Matrix as well, if you've seen The Matrix. I think the first one's amazing, number 2 and 3 weren't that good. But the point is, entrepreneurs, that is what drives them. Yes, it's the money, yes, it's the lifestyle, but it's also this need, like a prisoner, to want to break free from what other people think of them and to become all what they can do. You know, when I read about sort of great mountaineers and explorers, they have the same mindset. Whereby it's not just about the thing I'm doing, it's really about sort of an inward journey to become all you can be. I personally don't believe that you can ever achieve all you can be on your own. You've got to align yourselves with people who are already successful in the area you want. That's another reason why I'm so proud to be part of Empower Network and working with the people that I do. So, if that appeals to you, if you're someone who's willing to move forward right now, today, very clear on what you want, then click on the link below. What you can then do is watch the introductory video and give you a chance to actually join our team, what's called the Inner Circle, what's also called the Costa Rica Intensive, the Masters Intensive. These are courses which are mentored by myself and others, which show you how to make money online. And what you can then do is, finally say this, is that really, personal development, you can read all these books, Brian Tracy, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill. These guys are best-selling authors as well, but unless you're willing to put it into action, it means nothing. Unless you're willing to put it into action, literally marry these personal development powerful ideas with actual business practice, and the two come together, unless you're willing to do that, it means nothing and you will not make a red cent. And for me, if you're watching this, it's because people really are looking for tangible results in their life. If it's making money online, if it's making money offline, if it's in sports, if it's in academics, whatever, it's applying these theories. So that applies to you, especially if you want to take action today to make money online. Click on the link below. I look forward to working with you and showing you how this works. It's Arthur Walcott from Empower Network. I look forward to working with you. Click on the link below. Watch the video. I look forward to working with you. Bye-bye.